Good morning everyone. Welcome again in online computer classes. Last week, it means in a previous session, I explained till ENIAC machine that uh, used that vacuum tubes. So now today, the next part I start. Before that, I want to show you, I want to give you recap. So you can just recall and you can also revise it. Okay? So I just give you small recap and I just revise the small portion which I already explained in the last session. Then I will continue. Okay? Okay. Now evolution of computer that I already explained this all that abacus that invented in China. I explained about abacus also, the different abacus. Then Pascaline machine that invented by Blaise Pascal. Then last session I started from that Charles Babbage difference engine machine, and even I told you that Charles Babbage considered as a father of the computer. Then Lady Ada Augusta Lovelace, that she was considered as a first computer programmer. Even she suggested binary system. Then Boolean logic, that it was developed by George Boole. He also supported binary system in a computer. Then Herman Hollerith, he developed a tabulating machine. Then Howard Aiken, he invented Mark I machine. Then ENIAC. Yes, that I explained at last, this ENIAC, that this machine was developed by John Mauchly and J. Presper Eckert. Okay. And the full form of ENIAC, electronic numerical integrator and calculator. So that till ENIAC last session I was explained. Now from today I start from here. Okay. And this content already I taken from your textbook only. So if you have your textbook PDF copy with you, then you can go through that also. Fine. So now I am just started. UNIVAC 1, the full form of UNIVAC, Universal Atomic Computer. The first commercial electronic computer was also developed by J. Presper Eckert and John Mauchly in 1951. And with this machine, this first computer to handle both numerical and text data. Numeric, it means that numbers data and text based information, it was handled by this computer. Fine. Now, generation of computers. Evolution of the present day computer is commonly classified into generations of computers. Each new generation resulted in the following changes. What the changes were happened? That increase in speed, storage capacity and reliability, and a decrease in a cost and size. In an earlier computer, as I explained in a last session, like ENIAC, that it was a so huge computer. It means in a size, it was so huge. And nowadays we can see that the size is totally decreased. Okay, and speed is increased, even storage capacity also increased. So this is the these differences happen in a different generation. So now I am going to explain generation of computers. Yes, generation of computers. This table I taken it from your textbook only. So if you have that PDF copy with you of this first chapter, then you can go through it. This table it is given in your textbook. Fine. Now first generation period. The first generation of computer period, it's 1940 to 1956. And in this period, in that computer, the circuitry was used vacuum tubes. You can see this small vacuum tube image. Vacuum tubes were used. Then for data input operation, they used punch card and paper taps. because there were no keyboards or any mouse. Okay, so they used punch cards. And for data output, printouts, because monitor also not invented at that time in the first generation of computer. So printouts, it means hard copy. Then external storage, magnetic tapes. Language in that first generation of computers, language were used. It means language, it means computer language were used, machine language and assembly language. Then examples, that machine examples, UNIVAC, ENIAC, EDVAC, etc. Okay. Then in the second generation, the period of the second generation is 1956 to 1963. And in the second generation of computer, transistors were used as a circuitry. You can see that image of transistors. Instead of vacuum tubes, in a second generation of computer, transistors were used. Then for data input, again punch cards and paper tapes were used. Then for data output, again that printouts only used. External storage, magnetic tapes. Then language, in the second generation of computer language were used Fortran, COBOL, BASIC, etc. Then example of the machine in second generation, IBM and the series of IBM. Then in the third generation, the period of a third generation was 1964 to 1971. And in this period, circuitry were used, integrated circuit. You can see here small, the third image, integrated circuit, or you can say IC. And yes, from the third generation of computer, keyboard was started as a input device and monitor started as a output device. So for a data input, keyboard, and for a data output, monitor. Then external storage, again magnetic disk. Then computer languages were used, sophisticated operating system were used, and Pascal, Fortran, COBOL, RPG, this type of languages were used in a third generation of computer. Then example of the machine, IBM system, 360, Apple and Altair. Okay. Then in the fourth generation, the period of a fourth generation was 1972. It started from 1972 till present. It means present also that fourth generation of computers are in use. And in that period, circuitry is used. Microprocessor. You know that we can say microprocessor chip. So this microprocessor is used in a fourth generation of computer. Nowadays also in a computer system, microprocessor, or you can say that that microprocessor chip is in use. Then data input, definitely keyboard, and then you know that in a fourth generation, mouse and scanner also started as input devices, and output devices, monitor, printers and speakers. Okay. Then as a external storage, magnetic disk with a higher capacity. Languages are used, special software for maintaining large database, RDBMS, C++, these type of languages where it's start in a fourth generation of computer. The example of a machine, Cray 1 and 2, Apple series, like that. Okay. Then fifth generation of computer. Fifth generation, present and beyond. It means that now we are already in a fifth generation of a computer. And beyond, it means in the future also we get many new machines or many new devices in a computer world. So fifth generation computer, the circuitry with the artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, it means that you know that students, I think that you are very much aware now about that robot. That we have to set the program, and with that keys, with that our command, that robot is working. So what is this? It is the artificial intelligence only. And that's why this period is known as a artificial intelligence period and we are in a fifth generation of computer generation. The data input used optical fiber technology to handle artificial intelligence. and capacity to think and reason. Then, languages were used to understand human speech, recognize patterns like face and other complex images. You know that students nowadays, this type of machine, or you can say that robot, that understand our human speech also. Our whatever we speak, whatever we give command, that robot follow our commands. Even that recognize that images and our digital sign and everything. So this type of it is known as a artificial intelligence that for a face reading, for a complex images, to recognize complex images, that this type of artificial intelligence, it is very much useful to recognize this type of things. Okay, so these all five generations of computer that I already explained, in a different generation, in a different time of this computer generation, the circuitry were used in a different type of circuitry were used, and even that for input and output devices also different they were used. Okay, and but nowadays we are very much used to with keyboard, mouse, scanner as input devices, and a monitor, printer, and speakers as a output devices. Okay, now I think that now you got it, this generation of computers. Now next, yes, types of computers. There are different type of computers with respect to size, speed, storage, capacity, and cost. Computers can be classified in the following types. There are many different type of computers are available. Okay, children, and different way in a different field we have to use these different type of computers. How it's a different as per their size, as per their speed or storage capacity and cost. In this way, it categorized in a different. It's categorized in a four types of computer. So now I start to explain one by one these types of a computer. First of all, microcomputers. These computers are small in size and costless. They are usually designed for personal use, therefore, they are also called personal computer. We used to say PC. Okay, we used to say PC because it is used for a personal computer, and it is a small in a size and even a costless computer. They are mainly used in homes, schools, offices, shops, banks, etc. Examples are Commodore 64, IBM PC. These computers are given different